Good morning, students. Today, our topic is affinities of gymnosperm. The gymnosperms are considered to form a bridge between pteridophyte and angiosperm. Thus, they share many features with these groups, that is pteridophytes and angiosperm. Affinities of gymnosperm with pteridophytes. We are discussing about the affinities of gymnosperm with pteridophytes. First of all, we will discuss the similarities in between them, gymnosperm and pteridophyte. Both groups, that is gymnosperm and pteridophyte, both show the distinct alternation of generation with dominant sporophytic phase. Sporophytic plant body is differentiated into root, stem and leaves in both the groups, gymnosperm and pteridophyte. The leaves of gymnosperm show succinate vernation like those of ferns. They are pinnately compound in both the groups. Xylem in pteridophyte as well as in gymnosperms lack vesicles except for genitals group, and phloem is devoid of companion cells. Several fossils and living pteridophytes show secondary growth like gymnosperm. It means cambium is present in both the groups. Many pteridophytes like Slaginella, Marsilia, Azolla and Salvinia and all the gymnosperms are the heterosporous. Heterosporous condition is present in both the groups, pteridophyte and gymnosperm. In some gymnosperms like Cycas, sporangia occur in groups or in the sori as in fern. Sori, the group of sporangia is called sori. Sporangia are formed on specialized leaves that is known as sporophylls. As in most pteridophyte, mega and micro sporophylls also form compact strobili in gymnosperm. Strobili is the group of microsporophyll or megasporophylls. In some group of gymnosperms such as cycadales and the gingogoales, male gametes are motile and flagellate as it's found in pteridophytes. In some pteridophytes, suspensor is also formed during embryo development like gymnosperm. As in gymnosperm, the megaspore is retained in the microsporangium after fertilization. In many pteridophytes, several primitive gymnosperms like Cycadophylicales greatly resembles with pteridophyte. Cycadophilicales were considered as fern for a long time, and they are still called as seed ferns. Seed ferns. Now we will see the dissimilarities or differences between gymnosperm and pteridophyte. Gymnosperms are mostly perennial trees, whereas pteridophytes are usually perennial herb and shrub. Pteridophyte usually grow in moist, shady, and terrestrial places, while gymnosperm occur in xerophytic habitats. Pteridophytes possess adventitious roots, whereas gymnosperm have tap root. Secondary growth is of universal occurrence in gymnosperm, but it is found only in some pteridophytes or few pteridophytes. Gymnosperms have ovule and seed, but these structures are totally absent in pteridophytes. The gametophyte of gymnosperms are fully dependent on sporophyte, whereas those of pteridophytes are green and autotrophic. In gymnosperm, partial development of the male gametophyte occurs within the sporangium, but in pteridophytes, spores germinate only after the liberation from the sporangium. Pollen tube is the sperm carrier in gymnosperm, whereas no such structure like pollen tube is formed in pteridophytes. That is, pollen tube is not formed in pteridophytes. Neck canal cells are absent in gymnosperm but are present in pteridophytes. So these are the dissimilarities of pteridophyte and gymnosperm. Now, affinities of gymnosperm with angiosperms. What are the similarities in between them? Sporophyte is differentiated in root, stem and leaves. The vascular system of stem consists of conjoined collateral and open vascular bundles in both groups. The stem increases in girth by secondary growth in both the groups. Vesicles and companion cells also occur in some gymnosperms like angiosperms. Like gymnosperms, many angiosperms are also wind pollinated. Fertilization is siphonogamous. It means with the help of pollen tube in both the groups. Development of megaspore into female gametophyte takes place inside the megasporangium. Megasporangium means ovule in both groups. Suspensor is formed during embryo development in both the groups. As in gymnosperm, polyembryony is frequently found in several angiosperms also. In both the groups, Which groups? Gymnosperm and angiosperm. Ovules develop into the seeds. The seed germination is epigeal or hypogeal in both the groups. Epigeal outside from the soil surface and hypogeal inside the soil surface. The gametophytic phase is reduced in both the groups. These are the similarities between these two groups, gymnosperm and angiosperm. Now comes to dissimilarities or differences between them. Gymnosperms are mostly woody trees, but angiosperm may be trees, shrubs and herbs. Xylem vesicles and companion cells are of universal occurrence in angiosperms, but they are only confined to genitals order of gymnosperms. The strobili of gymnosperm are usually unisexual, whereas the flowers of angiosperm are mostly bisexual. The ovules of gymnosperms are naked, whereas those of angiosperm remain enclosed within the ovary wall. The structures like ovary, style and stigma are not found in gymnosperm. While these are found in pteridophytes or angiosperm, angiosperm में मिलता है sorry. In the female gametophyte of gymnosperm, archegonia are present, but they are not found in angiosperm. Double fertilization and triple fusion found in angiosperm do not occur in gymnosperm. Double fertilization and triple fusion found in angiosperm, but it is not found in gymnosperm. And in gymnosperm, the endosperm is formed before fertilization, and thus it is a haploid tissue. Whereas in angiosperm, it is formed after fertilization, and as a result of this fertilization, triple fusion, and thus there is a triploid tissue is formed. Free nuclear divisions occur in the zygote of gymnosperm, but they do not found in angiosperm. So these are the distinguishing features of gymnosperm and angiosperm, out of which some are similarities and some are the dissimilarities. Thank you.